Hello everyone. Again, hope you're all doing well. During the past many weeks, I've been having these live talks on Amazing Things in the World Facebook page, and I hope some of you have had a chance to check them out. If not, it will soon be available on the site, and you can acquire a membership, like it's, I don't know, $3-4 for every couple of months or something, and you will have access to all the unlisted videos that I have produced for discussing relationship challenges and talks about thoughts and consciousness, desire, fears, and ego, and so on and so forth. The matters of mind and body coordination. Today, I want to talk to you about, again, another angle of why we're hurting after breakup. I know we've covered this angle in over 210 other videos that is available to you, and I'm sure you've had the chance to check some of them. And I'm delighted from all your emails that you express your kind words and appreciation for the videos that has helped you. And that makes me very happy. Now, today's subject, as we said, is why are we hurting in another angle? And while we've covered this in the other videos, but let's just elaborate a little bit more on it. We are hurting after a breakup because we find our worth not in ourselves and in the other side. Often, we get into a relationship because we think that the other side, in addition to many other reasons that encourages us to be in a relationship, the attraction, physical attraction, all the other stuff, is that we think the girlfriend, again, I'm talking from boys' point of view, and the girls can reverse it, and anybody with any other kind of relationship can also change the words to fit their relationship. So we often think that the girl is better than us, higher than us, in many different levels. That's one of the reasons that we are so attracted to her, because we think she is better than us. Therefore, by being with her, we will also increase our own worth and value, which means we're actually thinking that our value is outside of us and it's in our partner. So when we have created that condition in our head and we give that kind of an importance in her value, and our value will become dependent on hers, then when she leaves or somehow the relationship severs, then we become really affected and feel that we are no longer attaining the value that we thought we had. You see, we've been conditioned to think that we should be more, and we are not enough. Ever since childhood, we've been compared to this other child, that other child. That boy is so good, that boy is so good in math, that girl is doing this, and she looks so neat, like this is for the girl's benefit. And so we've been compared with other ones and always been told that so-and-so's son is so wonderful and so good, so-and-so's daughter is so wonderful and well-mannered and all that. So we've always felt that we need to be more than what we are, and that we are not enough, we don't measure up. So we always been conditioned to think that we need affirmation of some kind in order to see our own value and worth. And we think that by being in a relationship, it is one way of becoming more. And then when the relationship severs and somehow she leaves, or somehow it ends up in a breakup, we think then now we do not have what we had, therefore we are now less, automatically less, because we thought being in a relationship makes us more. Now that the relationship ended, we are less. So, and that of course brings low mood and depression and all that, so forth. So today we want to talk about the things that we must not do. Some of the things that we must not do after a breakup, and for us to recover faster and be able to get on our way and move on and so on and so forth, and find better things in life, which is the ultimate purpose of this whole thing, to help us deal with that, whatever we're going through, and move on, to better and bigger things. Now, number one, you do not want to drink. Alcohol, I mean. Water is okay. Because, as you know, in a different video talking about something about addiction, when the brain wants to tell you that something good has happened, it secretes a dopamine, which informs us of something good is happening. And when you are with your partner and you touch hands or you look in each other's eyes and so on, promise of intimacy and all that, then another substance is secreted, the oxytocin, and so on and so forth. And these will make you so feel wonderful, so high, and it gives you that wonderful feeling. And what happens when you use any kind of a substance, any kind of a drug or drinks even, drinks and drug, the alcohol and drug sabotages and hijacks the dopamine and oxytocin and so on, and supercharges it so high up and makes you feel so elated, so wonderful, so high, that when it course runs out and it wears off, it drops you down so hard that all you can think of is, where can I get more of that dopamine? Where can I feel that high again? And that's the beginning of how you will get addicted to the drugs and to those alcohol and whatever it is that you're using. And that is why you must not drink excessively, of course, after a breakup, in order to, let's say, deal with whatever it is that you want to deal with, because it will end up hijacking that the dopamine and the oxytocin and so on, and makes you feel wonderful, and then drops you down and gets you on the way to become addicted. And that's the last thing you want to do, to allow a breakup to turn you into something that you never thought you would even entertain the idea of it. Now, the other thing is that don't go shopping. Again, we are accustomed to think that by buying things we can add value to ourselves. So buy a wonderful handbook, we attach the value of the handbook to ourselves, or we attach ourselves to the value of the handbook, and handbag, and we think, oh, wonderful. Of course, we're talking about the ladies. Or in the case of ladies, you may go and buy shoes, expensive shoes, and guys may buy a nice watch or this and that, or even a car or some ridiculous expensive things. And these are all because you're trying to deal with your low mood and make yourself feel better, make yourself valuable, because you feel you've been devaluated by the fact that this relationship has been ended, and therefore you're again trying to be more, and on the quest to be more. And then you go shopping and you do crazy stuff, which the last thing you want to do after breakup is to run out of money and have a financial problem because of all these unnecessary shoppings. Little things here and there, you want to make yourself feel good, it should be okay, but it should not turn out to be big things or continuous shopping or shopping spree and stuff, because again, the duration of that making you feel good is limited, but then addiction of it and the effects of not having enough money, it makes the situation worse than what it is. The other thing that you don't want to do is to don't stalk your girlfriend. Don't stalk her, whether physically or on Facebook or whatever it is. First of all, you have no right to her. You have no entitlement to her, to know what she's doing, to know where she goes, to know who she's with. It's her life, her decision. She can do whatever she feels like doing, and so can you. She can't tell you where to go, what to do, and who to meet, and what you're doing, all that. And you can take care of your own life and choose whatever you want to do or whoever you want to see. So remember, but we're talking about, what you shouldn't be doing. So don't stalk your girlfriend. You have no responsibility toward her, thinking that you can think better for her than she does, that she needs your help of some kind about how her life should be, or your advice. No. Therefore, you don't need to think that you should not think that she's your subordinate, or she's a minor for you to help her or make decisions for her. She's a mature woman. She can decide for herself, and you have no right to interfere in her choices, and you should respect that, and she should respect yours. Accept the fact that the relationship is over, and you go on and let her do what she wants to do. You don't need to think that, no, she doesn't understand, I have to help her, I'm better for her, I'm good for her, and what she's doing is not good for her. Don't become her daddy, you know. Just she has her own parents, and she has her own advisors, I guess. Good or bad, it's none of your business. Don't keep the photos. Throw out the photos, delete them, gone. This relationship is finished, and the last thing you want to do, use the pictorials to, you know, get into your memory and constantly be there. And later on in a different video, I explain to you why living in your memory and thinking of her so much, and plus not sleeping well, is so detrimental, and why is it so important for you to pay attention to these points that I'm saying, especially the photos, the sleeping arrangements, that you know you have to have enough sleep and so on. And in the next video I'll explain why, and that's going to be something very interesting, because it'll teach you how you can delete your memory. And that is a bit scientific, but it's true, and that is something you should know, why you should not live in your memory, and why you should sleep so well and proper, and the reasons, and so on and so forth. So we'll talk about it in a different video. Now, coming back to what we're talking about, and don't hang out in the same places that you used to hang out. All those places will trigger a pictorial memory, and then again that brings the memory to the top of your memory bank, and again it makes you feel the feelings that you got when you were there with her, because those pictures that you remember, there's a emotional file attached to it that comes with it, which you didn't ask for it, but this emotional file is attached to that pictorial memory and comes with it, and then you feel the emotion. When you feel the emotion, that is right then, that moment, because the emotion file make you feel it. And when you're feeling it, you think the actual thing is happening again, which makes it more difficult, and again refreshes the whole pain, and that is not what you want to do. You don't want to strengthen the whole pain and make it look like it's happening again. So again, don't live in your memory, and don't jump in a bed with someone else just because you think she's doing it. Well, she can do whatever she wants to do. It's none of your business. She makes her own choices, and you make your own choices. But the most important is that you are going to be being intimate with someone for the wrong reasons right after the breakup. And that is because maybe you're doing it because you think she's doing it, you're doing it because you want to, kind of distract yourself or forget about her, or you want to do it because you want to think that you still got it. All these reasons are for the wrong reasons, because the other side, the other person that you're actually being intimate with after your breakup, doesn't know about these things, doesn't know where you come from, doesn't know what's wrong with you, doesn't know that you just broke up, doesn't know what your intention for this intimacy or in this relationship is. And she could be she's just innocent. She's coming to this for hopes of a new relationship, but then you'll end up being in the relationship or having intimacy with her for different reasons than she does. Your reasons are not the same, and it's not fair to her, and it's not gentlemanly behavior, and therefore you should be able to endure this and first feel good about yourself and put this behind you, go forward, move on, and then choose another relationship or potential relationship. Again, and don't lose hope and faith in love and relationship. Just because this one went sour doesn't mean that everybody else is the same as this girlfriend relationship that you had, or this boyfriend relationship that you had, whatever fits your relationship style. So girls, if you're breaking up with your boyfriend, don't think this guy was the representation of every other guy out there. Don't lose your faith in relationship and love. And same thing for you guys. Understand that there's so many different kind of people, different kind of upbringings, different kind of consciousness, and different kind of interactions and lifestyle. So just one person representing herself or himself in a certain way doesn't represent the rest of the crowd. And just continue your search and be yourself, do your duties and responsibilities, you will simply stumble on someone that will suit you fine, far better than the one that just broke up. What else do I have to tell you? Let me see if I have any notes here. Now, again, it is none of your business how she spends her time, as it is none of her business how you spend your time. So don't get caught into that, trying to see, who she's with and so on and so forth. Don't let it affect you. You just focus on a direction that you got to go and keep on going. Don't look back. You're not linked to her. You may think you're linked to her, but it's an illusion. You have no right to think that you're linked to her. She's not your responsibility, or that we just already covered. What else? That's basically it. Sleep well. Sleep well, as it is one of the most important things. And I will explain to you in the next video why. Do not live in your memory and sleep well. It all goes hand in hand. And again, for that, we will talk about the next video. Make sure to watch the next video, because it will be too long if I want to put them both together here. And the last thing, no regret. Do not have a regret that if I have done this, if I had done this, if I had said it this way, she would still be with me. She wouldn't have left. Believe me, if someone is leaving someone, she's been thinking about it long before that it happens. It's not like that day. So she's had her plans. She's had maybe found somebody else already, or she's already decided for whatever reason doesn't want to be with you, but not necessarily with somebody else either. All of this has been happening before. It's not like this just happened. And if you hadn't said that, if you hadn't done that day, that particular time, she wouldn't have done that today. None of that is really the issue. The issues have been piling up, or whether rightfully so or not, whether your fault or not, that's not the issue. It's been in the works for a long time. So don't think you should have regret, because if you would have done this, you wouldn't have said that to her. If you would have bought that for her, if you would have this and that, you wouldn't be too strict with her or too lenient with her. All these other things, none of that is of any use, and you should never regret it. You should deal with what it is in front of you, and that's all. Regret, it's never a sure thing that you're right or wrong. So all it does is occupies your mind and brings you more into the memory of it, and makes you feel low and sad. It doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't let you move on. And the whole purpose is to move on forward. Now, to do things are to do your chores and duties and responsibilities. This relationship pain or ordeal or whatever you're going through will end, will finish, will pass, will dissipate, will dissolve, will not be in your mind at all. It would not be an issue given time. But what it is important is that don't let this duration of what you're going through end up stopping you from the things that you have to do, and you will not get a second chance for it, such as you're studying in your university, in your college, your high school, your projects. If you're working, you have a job, and your projects and your clients that have to be taken care of. None of that will give you another chance to redo it. You can't go to your teacher, oh, sorry teacher, I was going through a breakup, can I take that exam again? He or she's going to tell you, well, come back later, because that's not going to happen. So don't let opportunities that are at hand be lost just because you have an excuse of you going through a relationship, because the relationship will end, but these opportunities that would have been detrimental for the foundation of your future life may not come back again, and you don't want to lose that. So make sure you do your homework, you do your studies, you take care of your projects and your clients if you're working. If you have to wash the floors, wash the floors. If you have to clean your bathroom, clean it. You have to exercise well to your limits. Eat good food, simple food, good food, drink good water, and build your life and create new routines and new order. For now, that's all I have to say, and I want you to pay attention to all these little bits that we talked about. And in the next video, I'll talk about the relationship between sleeping well and not living in your memory, and why, which would lead into deleting the memory that you don't want to think about. Talk to you soon, and again, thank you for watching, and hope you'll have a wonderful day. Your